Good afternoon, Tom. It's nice to see you again. My name is Megan. I was the one that assessed you a couple days ago. So I just wanted to work on feeding with you today. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay. I'm just gonna sit down and help you out here. So you said in the past that you've had trouble with the tremor and getting food to your mouth, and then as well as swallowing thin liquids and solids as well.
Yeah, it's really difficult for me to eat with my tremor. It usually falls off my spoon a lot.
Okay.
Thin liquids are hard for me to swallow.
Okay, so we have this thing called Thicket that will help you with the thin liquids. Swallowing those, it kind of thickens it up a bit. And you can use it with anything, water, tea, juice, whichever you prefer. You just have to get the consistency right. So there's a little chart on the back here that says how many scoops of Thicket you need to put in X amount of liquid that you have. So I just poured it out for you so it's a little bit easier just for the first time. So we can just do this 4 ounces of water into the cup. That looks great. And then you're going to do about like 1.5 tablespoons of the Thicket into that. So the bigger side. Yep, you got that right. That looks like good. Great, and so this is the honey consistency, and you can go ahead and stir that for me too. The honey consistency, as you can see on the back, there's different consistencies. You just want to make sure it's this one right here.
Okay.
So this is, like I said, to help you with the swallowing the thin liquids. It thickens it up so it's a little bit easier to swallow. The cup that we put it in, it's called like a nosy cup, and it's easier to bring back to your mouth so you don't have to bring it back all the way. This little cutout kind of helps that a bit.
Okay.
So if you want to try that, also while you're drinking, you want to just make sure you have a wastmat. You bring it right up. Looks good. Did that cup seem to help?
Yes, it did.
Good. So you don't want to fill your water up too high again, just because of the tremor. It'll be easier if it's a lesser amount, and then you can just keep refilling it, so it's easier. So we can just put that aside, so you can start your meal. It looks good. It smells good too. So the first thing we want to try here is this weighted spoon. So you can use this for your corn. Just the weight kind of helps against the tremors. And just bring it right up into your mouth and take a bite. Okay. And then you just want to chew all the way.
Good.
Did that seem to help?
Yes.
You didn't lose any corn there, so that was good. If that one isn't your favorite, you can also try this one as well. It swivels with the shake, so it kind of helps as well. And this one, as you can see, it's a fork, so you can use it as a spoon or a fork. Good, and while you're chewing, I'm just going to tell you about this plate that we have here. So this plate is also helpful because it has a deep ridge on the outside, so that will help you scoop in your excess corn, or if you have peas or something like that. I know they tend to roll, so having that edge here is going to help you bring that all in. If you are having trouble with the plate shifting as well, you can put like a placemat down too. Something like that might be helpful as well. But you seem to be fine with the plate staying in the same spot. Okay. So which one actually did you like better of those two? Did you have a preference, or?
Actually, I think I like the weighted spoon a little bit better.
Okay. So instead of using that swivel one, we can use this weighted fork here, since you do prefer that. So you just grab it the same way as a fork, or you do, and just bring it right up to your mouth. Good. Good. And then again with this, I know corn, it's easy to take smaller bites, but you want to just make sure your chicken isn't, or anything that you would cut up, just make sure it's a good edible size. That piece was a good size for you. Again, like I want you to chew as much as you can, which you seem to be doing. Did that seem to be swallowed properly, or do you feel like as if you still have stuff in your, or food in your mouth?
I have trouble swallowing, so I think I have food in my mouth.
Okay, but you're not entirely sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to check that, or if you know you have food in your mouth, and to properly fully swallow that, what you can do is you can take your tongue and just move that around in your mouth and try to get that out. Kind of just do a swabbing method, that's what this is called. Okay, and if did that seem to work, or you're not quite sure?
I don't really know if it helped.
Okay, so especially if your tongue doesn't seem to be reaching those hard to reach places, you can always take your hand and just swipe inside with your fingers. So say it's in the back of my throat, I'm just gonna go like that and reach in the back. So if you want to try that as well, that'd be great. Okay, good.
Seemed to help.
That seemed to help. Great. Awesome. So did you have any questions, or that all seemed to make sense?
No, it all seemed to make sense. These tools really help, so thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm just going to figure out how to get you those permanently, the fork and the spoon, so you can bring those home with you as well.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll leave you and your boyfriend to eat lunch in peace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks.